Are you sick and tired of gambling your hard-earned money on Madden packs? Look no further than my sponsor, MMOEXP, for the cheapest and most reliable MUT coins on the market. And don't forget to use code Ferdy at checkout for 5% off. What's going on, guys? Today we have another episode of the Worth It series. Every single big content drop, we make one of these episodes, basically covering all of the cards in the promo and deeming if they're worth it or not. Real quick though, our shout out of the day goes to my man Sam Howell 2 for commenting the emoji of the day on last video. And if you want a chance to be shouted out in the next one, let's comment the phone emoji and also comment what your favorite most feared player is from today's drop. So first things first, this most feared drop, a little bit underwhelming, I won't lie. I think just too many linemen really was the main issue. Some 79 overalls that we didn't see in the reveals last night, which probably won't mean anything at the end of the day. Of course, their signature Ben Skoranek fullback, Josh Dobbs with Browns chems, but these cards are going to be decent fillers for, you know, the most feared teams that are going to be being built over time. But Quez Watkins could be decent budget. Quez 86 speed for a 78 overall if you are just getting started. Could be good for playing solos or playing the CPU. Guys like that. Just trying to see a couple names here. Boye Mafe gets an upgrade. But yeah, these are low overall cards. They're not going to matter. Little Lions theme team, Jackson Kabinda. But yeah, James Pierre, he's got a good build. James Pierre, I think 6 foot. Oh, he's only 6 foot. 86 speed again, not awful. I'm just trying to find some decent budget options here. Caleb Farley will probably be pretty solid too. Yeah, Caleb Farley, probably the best budget card here right now. 6'2" with 87 speed. So they're giving us some good budget that they didn't show us yesterday. Michael Carter, I would assume, wouldn't be that fast, but maybe I'll be wrong. He's only 5'10", 86 speed, but will probably be a starter on my Jets theme team. So there you go. And let's also see Jalen Tolbert could be solid budget too. He's got a good build, 85 speed, 6'2", okay. But I want to see, Daxton Hill might be good budget too. Daxton Hill was really fast last year. Okay, 85 speed, 86 acceleration. I definitely thought that could have been better. But Cade York, let's see the kick power on Cade York. Kick power, Cade York, 84, not bad. 71 kick accuracy, a little bit scary, especially playing on the higher difficulties. And I want to see Tyler Smith's strength real quick. 86 strength's not bad either. So as far as the budget cards go, they, you know, the 78s, even these 83s, there was one 83 that I did like. It was Devin Duvernay. Devin Duvernay, another pretty good budget, lower overall card, 88 speed with 85 acceleration, and the route running's not really there, but it's the 88 speed is what you're looking for. That's what you're looking for on Devin Duvernay. And again, if you make a most feared team, he'll most likely, you know, play on that team. So the rest of the way, you know, as far as the 83s goes, they're actually not that great. There's actually probably more budget 78s or 79s that I would take over a lot of these 83s. But also Evan Neal's decent too. Evan Neal, I think, has good strength as well. Yeah, 90 strength, very good. The stats behind him, not really there, but also 74 speed. I mean, this card's actually pretty good. This card's actually really good. I value speed and strength, and he's got 74 speed, which is actually one of the faster for a lineman. So 74 speed is kind of like a budget Charles Cross, you know, a budget Sweet Feet card, I guess. But he looks pretty solid. So let's talk about these 87s. Let's start with the 87s here. First up, Malik Hooker. Malik Hooker, 87 speed, 89 acceleration, 6'1". If you have a Colts or Cowboys team, this card will play for you. You know, Cowboys needed a safety and they got one. 88 speed, still pretty good right now. I'm still using Ed Reed as my over-the-top guy, and he's playing okay. As long as you have a good zone rating to kind of match that, you're going to be fine. And he, of course, has that at 87. With the right strat cards, you can get him to 90 zone, and I would definitely try to do that using your hybrid slot, using your, you know, even using your primary defensive slot, maybe even using, you know, the head coach. I believe, who's the head coach for zone? I don't remember who it is. I think it might be the Bills coach, McDermott. But yeah, this card's gonna play solid and definitely fills a needed hole for all the Dallas Cowboys teamers. If you have one of those teams, definitely would, you know, go get Malik Hooker. Gabe Davis always usually hits pretty good cards. You know, as far as their stats and things like that. On a Bills team, Big W, 6'2", 87 speed, potentially 88. For me though, the route running, I wish it was one threshold, but he should be able to get slot apprentice. He should be able to, unless he just can't get it in the slot. Okay, no, yeah, he can. Oh no, it's short route running, maybe not. Yeah, he can. Okay, I thought it was mid route running for slot apprentice. So yeah, he cannot get slot apprentice, which does suck. But Gabe Davis on a theme team, yes. Outside of that, maybe 6'2", 87 speed, maybe. It's not awful, but we've had cards that came out a month ago that are the same thing. So the probably would be a little bit cheaper. But for probably about 100K for these cards, makes sense. I actually wonder what are the 87s at right now. 87s are at, yeah, about 100K. Okay, about 100K. That's basically what they were at yesterday. They really did not move at all. But Tyler Higbee, tight end, 6'6", 86 speed, 86 strength, actually really nice, and then 87 short route running. So is he going to get slot apprentice? He should get slot apprentice. I mean, he'll get slot apprentice, and he'll get slot apprentice, which is actually pretty crazy. So Higbee, slot apprentice. Does he have 85 catching? He does. So he'll get matchup nightmare and slot apprentice. Rams theme team low-key 8 today as far as their pass catchers go. I feel like having a good tight end on a theme team is very underrated. Both theme teams I have right now don't have a good tight end, and I wish they did. Like, having a good theme team tight end, like the Niners or the Giants have, I think is very valuable. Even like Washington, all those teams. Falcons have a good one too. But yeah, I think there's a lot of value there. But next up, we have Kendall Fuller. Kendall Fuller, 87 speed with deceleration. Pretty balanced man in zone, but 5'11". This card, yeah, he's going to get Chiefs and Washington chems. I think he plays on both those theme teams. On both those theme teams, he plays. On both those theme teams, he definitely does play. We then have T. Higgins. T. Higgins, I remember seeing this card and not being too... Yeah, I mean, like 87 speed, even on a Bengals team, and in a Madden where height isn't that important. Like, I'm not willing to trade height for worse stats, and that's exactly what's going on here with this T. Higgins card. So, T. Higgins probably wouldn't touch this card. Like, the only way I would touch him is if you have a Bengals team. But outside of that, do not touch this card. And by the way, all the previous cards, I think, like, they can play outside of their theme teams. Like, all 3 of these cards can play outside their theme teams. Obviously, having that speed boost is really nice. But also, all these cards are also going to be really good for a most feared team as well. They're all going to be very good for that. So, yeah, I mean, I like it. I like all these cards on a most feared team. Like, if you can get +1 speed on all these guys, they can definitely play. Our final 87 overall is Joe Tryon Shianka. And he's got 83 speed with 86 acceleration, 81 strength, good tackling, low block shed, and low power moves, but good finesse moves. And yeah, this card, is he the best edge rusher in the game? No. But will he most likely just be a filler for your, for your team? Probably. Actually, can I check? Okay, yeah. So the 87s only get 1x most feared chem. I was wondering that, and also they can't overlap. If you see right here, so you see how Joe only there's only one logo, so that means you can't run Buccaneers and most feared on him at the same time. Unlike the golds, you can actually run the most feared chem as well as their team chem as well, which could lead to some decent flexibility. If your team did get one of these cards, it's kind of like a double, kind of like what if you're running a most feared Lions team, you'll get one Lion chem, one most feared chem. So that's pretty cool as far as team building goes. I wish they'll probably add more cards like that. But let's get into the 90 overalls. The first one is Marquise Pouncey, and I want to see his speed. This is actually pretty big. Marquise Pouncey speed 66. Okay, it's not awful. I would have liked to see it a little bit higher. Awareness is 88, which is pretty good. Good strength, good awareness, good pass block. The finesse is a little bit low, and let me see. Can he get? See the abilities that he's able to get. Okay, so no linchpin on him. Linchpin's just going to be a super specialist ability for all of the season 2 cards. But honestly, running offensive line abilities, besides maybe debatably linchpin, to me it's just not worth it. So Marquise Pouncey, I believe, was a Steeler his whole career. Maybe he went to the Dolphins. No, just going to be a Steeler. I think that was his brother that played for the Dolphins. But yeah, and also 1x chem for the most feared champions as well, which was different than Campus Hero. So it's gonna be a little bit harder to build a most feared theme team compared to being able to build a Campus Heroes theme teams. You're actually gonna have to basically have 25 of them, unlike Campus Hero, which doesn't make it as overpowered. So you probably won't see it as much. You probably will not see the theme team as much, but for a center, probably best center in the game, but he's a center. And next up we have Von Miller. Von Miller has perfect traits. Perfect traits for Von Miller. The card art is sexy, but 87 speed, 88 acceleration, 91 finesse moves, good block shed, good play rec, good tackling, good strength for like a speed edge rusher. This card does look really good. A good impact block, good COD, can turn that corner, which does matter for a lot of blitzes in this game. But man, does this card look beautiful. This card looks really, really nice. Play rec, hit power, tackling. Von Miller might be the best edge rusher in this game, and who knows what his price will kind of sit at. Who knows how many packs will be opened up today? He's already at 580, so maybe he's able to get down to 450, maybe 500. But if any of the LTDs today get down to rental, I would say buy them. Even the other LTD, which we'll talk about right now, which is Cody Whitehair. Cody Whitehair is a nasty LTD, but his card art looks pretty clean. I'm looking forward to the next drop where we get maybe a cooler card in this position. But he's actually pretty good. If he gets on a quick sell, I might try to get hands on him. Because, again, he has good speed, good strength, with good pass block stats to back it up. Card, although, he will receive a lot of hate because he's Cody Whitehair and he got an upgrade for most feared. But this card's actually pretty good. If he gets down to quick sell, he's a buy. I think he's definitely a buy and like an easy rental candidate. Easy. Next up, Jared Allen. Jared Allen is back in Ultimate Team with the 84 speed, 90 strength. Let me go check on mud.gg if he is up on the database. I want to see his traits. He is up on the database. His traits are actually really bad. This card, outside of his theme teams, which I believe is going to be Panthers, maybe Chiefs, yeah, Panthers, Bears, all these theme teams right here, I don't know if he's worth going after. If you need him for your chems, go get him. If you don't, maybe if you love Jared Allen, sure. But this card is just not going to be that good. You're going to realize he's not playing well just because of the speed. I mean, they make pass rushers so fast in this game. So, you know, 84 speed isn't that great. I mean, maybe you can play him at defensive tackle if you want to, but him only having one of 3 traits hurts this card a lot. At least high motor's on, but yeah, this card, no good. No good for Jared Allen, which sucks. It definitely does suck. Next up, the Buda Baker. Buda Baker with 89 speed, 90 acceleration. He's, of course, 5'10". Good man, good zone. Maybe you could kind of play him in the slot. Obviously, the height on this card definitely does hurt him a lot. I wish he was just a little bit taller. Just a little bit, like, this could have been somebody else. I feel like we have a lot of legend safeties that aren't in the game yet. Would have loved to have seen one of them get an upgrade. But Buda Baker, how would I use him? Let me see his jumping. Jumping is, where's 86? Okay, he's not Palomalu levels. But, you know, this card, again, I probably wouldn't go after Buda Baker. I don't care what his price is. I probably wouldn't even like think about touching Buda Baker unless you have a Falcons team or a Cardinals team or you're building the most feared squad. That's really it. Cooper Kupp, I will be making a Cooper Kupp gameplay later today. But this card has his holes. The 77 jumping, we all know why. 77 jumping. 81 spec catch with 84 catch in traffic. After the catch, he should be pretty good. Yeah, 89 juke move, 90 ball carry vision, 81 carry, 91 COD. So after the catch, quite elite, good short and mid route runner. But keep this guy in the slot. He does come with that pre-big slot apprentice, so you can save some training there. But Cooper Kupp, you know, against the wide receiver meta right now in this game, he's not the greatest. And yeah, I would definitely, he's very limited to just running corner routes and zigs and slants and things of that nature. So Cooper Kupp, maybe worth it. Maybe. I want to see how he plays, but most likely, again, probably won't be worth it because of his price tag and compared to what the other receivers are going for in this game right now. Simple as that. I mean, he's fine. He's only 400. Yeah, but still, like, you know, DK, even if DK was a little more expensive, I'd pay the extra for DK. Next up, George Kittle. This is one I really like. I really like George Kittle. Probably one of the best cards that came out today. And honestly, I might add him to my team. He might be getting, like Gronk might be getting sold, and I will probably go get George Kittle. 88 speed with 90, 88, and if we head down here to deep route running, please don't cheat him. And they don't. 86 deep route running on George Kittle. And the reason why I love George Kittle cards so much is because he's good after the catch in both ways. Can truck and stiff arm and can juke. So you see 83 juke is good for a tight end. Good carrying, but most importantly, can run block. 77 run block, very important. With good awareness, good speed, good strength, 250, 6'4". Yes, George Kittle will be on my team. George Kittle, one of the few cards that are worth it. I would say the 3 cards that are definitely worth it so far as the champions go are if the LTDs get down to quick sell and then George Kittle. Right now, those are the cards that are 100%, you know, buys right now, in my opinion. Next up, Vonte Maddox. This card is a crazy card because, you know, he's 5'9". He's 5'9", and height to me on DBs matters. Height on receivers, not as much, but, you know, 91 speed. He's the fastest corner in the game. I wonder if he will get play. I wonder, does get flat zone KO, but 91 speed, 91 acceleration, 90 agility, 88 jumping, 90 man coverage. Is he worth it? I would say no. I would say I probably wouldn't go after this card. Tackling wise, he's, you know, not good either. So, yeah, Vonte Maddox, if you got his theme team, sure, man. You can go for it. If you're going to build a most feared team, sure. Play him in the flats, though. Do not let him get vertical because, you know, one touch pass, he won't animate for it. Things like that will happen when you're using a 5'9" player on your field. But, you know, if KOs were still really good, if this was Madden 23 and KOs were still broken, then Vonte Maddox would, you know, he would play the same as a taller cornerback because all that matters is getting that KO. In this year's game, he does get flat zone, but in reality, you know, in a lot of schemes, you need corners that can kind of do both. So Vonte Maddox probably not going to be worth it. Next up, we already went over Cody Whitehair. Matthew Judon. Not the best edge rusher in this promo, but definitely better than Jared Allen. 87 speed, 98 or 89 acceleration. My bad. 90 power moves. We head down here. I'm gonna see the impact block. 70 impact block. Against the run, he definitely is going to have some issues with 75 block shed. Let me see that strength. What's his strength at? 84 strength. He won't be bad, but 260, 6'3". If I were to pick up an edge rusher from this promo, it would be Von Miller, 100%. But number 2 candidate would be Matthew Judon. And finally, Marshawn Lynch. Did they give Marshawn Lynch Jukebox? Let's find out right now. Here we go. Marshawn Lynch Jukebox. Maybe. He might get Jukebox. Marshawn Lynch might get... No, he does not get Jukebox. Okay, he needed 90. I thought there was a chance, but he needs 90 juke move. But yeah, Bo has a 90 juke move. Yeah, because on Marshawn Lynch, it's going to be him or Derrick Henry as far as the comparisons go. The main reason why I feel like I'm going to try Marshawn Lynch, that video is coming out right after this one. You're going to see him basically back to back. But Marshawn Lynch, to me, the problem with Marshawn Lynch cards, in my experience, has just been he's a power back that doesn't weigh a lot. So he plays weird. He just doesn't play right to me. If I'm going to be using a power back, I want a guy who's 250. So to me, Marshawn Lynch cards never really play that well for me. Hopefully this one might be a little bit different, but 89 speed, 89 acceleration. He's the best physical back in the game as far as speed and acceleration goes. Having good strength as well at 88. So maybe this card will play solid because of that strength. But yeah, as far as speed and acceleration goes, he's going to play the best. I just need a Jukebox personally. Jukebox to me is a game changer. It simply is. Maybe the 88 juke move will be enough where he can still kind of, move okay. Also 66 catching. This card is one I'm going to have to try out to give you like my final opinion on him. But most likely with Arian Foster Jukebox, and if you want a power back, Derrick Henry's also cheap to free. And Bo's might still be better than this card. I would say Marshawn Lynch probably be worth it. If you have a Seattle team, sure. If you can get him 90, 90, 91, 91, acceleration, speed, then go for it because that is nutty. But at the end of the day, there's a chance he's RB. I mean, not RB. Like he'll be better than Arian Foster, and he'll probably I don't know if he'll even be better than Derrick Henry. I don't know because he's not 250. He's just not. He's not 245 or 246, whatever Derrick Henry is. So, yeah, Marshawn Lynch probably not worth it. But the 3 cards I will definitely give you my stamp on are Kittle, both the LTDs if they do get down to quick sell value. So, yeah, let me know down in the comment section which most feared card are you adding to your squad. And as always, I will see you boys in the next one.